James Munch. This wine is next. This is Ramey Wine Cellars, Ritchie Vineyard, Russian River Valley, Chardonnay 2018 vintage. Stay tuned, and I'll give you my thoughts, perspectives, and point score on this wine. Stay tuned. So be sure to give a like to this video and also subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much. Here's Ramey Wine Cellars. I rarely get to taste this producer's wines, and clicking on their website, there's one reason why. If you look at their wines, you're gonna see sold, 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 sold. They do sell a lot of their wines, and you know, something you've got to wait for the new vintage to come out. I think it's a handsome producer, a heritage producer of RRV Chardonnay wines, and they do produce other wines, of course. So this is Old Wente selection with a few scattered Musqué selection as well, planted in 1972. So Cameron Fry is the winemaker. He was being interviewed by Master Somm, Evan Goldstein, and it was a really nice, thoughtful conversation for an hour and a half, and really gave some great perspectives on his style of making wine, his experience and background, and his philosophy, and I thought it was really extremely well done. And so this wine is, first of all, we'll talk about the vinification. This is a fermentation of gently pressed whole cluster, and for phenolic delicacy, native yeast, and full native malolactic fermentation taking place in barrel with Sur-Lees batonnage. Now the aging is 20 months and 25% new Francois Frere as well as Torrenso Bon French oak barrels. The Chardonnay is traditionally clarified. So this is aged 20 months and 25% new Francois Frere as well as Torrenso Bon French oak barrels. The Chardonnay is fine for clarity and texture and bottled without filtration, 14.5%, $70 suggested retail price point. And so I'm going to talk first about the nose. Now this is the wine wings glass, and of course it's a very voluminous glass. So it looks like I poured very little in there, but I just need just a touch more. So when I taste a wine with this great finesse, I'm thinking, you know, autumnal meals, I'm thinking Thanksgiving. It to me just really harkens back to my first days of Russian River Valley, tasting amazing Chardonnays and really getting a taste for Chardonnay and loving it for a food wine, but on its own as well. And so this is, I think, just a superb, beautiful, well-balanced, you know, thoughtful wine. So here we go with this characterization on the nose first. So very nice, identifiable Chardonnay. Nose of seared apple, quince, pear, and white floral notation. And next, the palate characterization. So to me, I think there's a fluency with the fruit. It comes through with a nice polish to the wine, and I think nice treatment for the fruit in terms of what's, you know, being poured from the bottle. I think it's fantastic. Great finesse and confidence on this wine just by the taste and experience of this wine. So I'm getting notes, autumnal fruit notes of pears, apples, oyster shell for a bit of salinity notation, as well as de-shelled, freshly warmed pine nuts. I know that's a very long descriptor, but to me that really harkens back to these days that I very much appreciate. So I'd get pine nuts that I foraged myself and then roasted them, and then when you open them up, the de-shelling of that was this a beautiful fragrant sweetness, and so I think that's really harkening back to me in this experience in this glass. Now this is a very sophisticated, gorgeous Chardonnay, 95 points out of 100 points. More information on the producer down below. Questions and comments you can list there, or in the social medias that I'm on that you're probably on as well, such as Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, and Twitter. So for me, I'm sending this video to people that I know who absolutely love and adore a finely made Chardonnay. So please do the same. Give a like, subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so already, and if you already have, merci beaucoup to you. I do appreciate it, and I will see you in the next video review. Santé.